Hi guys, and welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz. Rantz, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. We're actually going to watch a video right now. Hey, I like my new headset. This is going to be a video here. Let me open it this way. And I know I have them there, but I'm going to go like this. So this is the Marine. And if you guys are not familiar with Mike the Marine, we've had a history for, I don't know, maybe 2 years now, where Mike was an AMC investor who finally caught on because he watched the channel, he figured it out. Adam Aaron's a snake, right? But he's asking a different question tonight. What he's asking is why Roaring Kitty bought into Chewy and not AMC. Hey, all you guys in Never Never Land for AMC, no one's going to come save you, your investment. You're down 90%. You could have sold a year ago, 2 years ago. You'd still have more than what you do today. But no one's coming to buy that debt. The reason why Roaring Kitty, Keith Gill, bought Chewy is because Chewy fundamentally is a sound investment as of today. And I'm going to show you that. I'm going to explain it to you, but also we're going to watch this video. But just so that we're clear, let me just show you why he bought in. And then we'll watch the video and I'll answer some questions for you. So here's what we have, okay? This is Chewy, guys. So Chewy here on cash and cash equivalents, as you guys can see, they had short-term investments in marketable securities, about $530 million. They went ahead and cashed that out, and that's why they had a cash position of $1.1 billion. But they have been increasing their cash flow every quarter over these last couple of quarters. The unfortunate part, the stock does not represent this balance sheet. The balance sheet that has continued cash growth over the last trailing 12 of the last, I guess this is the last 6 quarters, okay, year and a half now. So if you want to believe in something, believe in a trajectory of a company, this is it. Their assets have increased from 1.5 billion all the way up to 2.1, and the total assets are from 2.5 to 3.2. So $700 million worth of increase on assets alone. The liabilities have gone on par too. So the current ratio is total assets over liabilities. They're a better run company than what they were previously. There is shareholder equity, which has grown from 160 million all the way up to 342 million, which I'm not a big fan of, only because I know that they're spending 500 million of that on shares, but they're rewarding the shareholders over all this time. Now, why are they doing this? Why are they buying back shares, and why are they doing what's right for the company? Well, one, we can look at income. Their income over the trailing 12, as you can see it, they're hovering around 2.7, 2.8, 2.7, 2.8. Like, they average this out, and there's gross profit to be made. They have an operating income in the positive right now, and they were previously in the negative. But this is a reason why Roaring Kitty probably looks at the sheet and says, you know what, they're heading in the right direction. But more than just looking at the sheet, you have to go ahead and look at the chart. Right now, this is Chewy's chart. And Chewy's chart is going to show you that they were at an all-time low at 1469, and this is just a month ago. So maybe Roaring Kitty saw the value, remember he's a value investor, and to say that they took everything out of this stock and had nowhere to go but up. So buying calls, which he has a lot of money to buy calls, and it's not that he went ahead and bought calls by selling GameStop. What he did was he leveraged his position with margin. I'm guessing margin, $200-something million worth of margin, but threw it up on the call side, and it went crazy. He probably made about 100 to 200%. So chances are he probably has $500 million today, as we're talking, cash. And you saw the run back up. But that run up on Chewy was meant to happen because these levels were getting killed, even though the company was improving. That's it. We can't pay attention to all companies, but when it comes to retail, that's it. And it just happens to be Chewy, guys. The most shorted stock in that XRT ETF. That's all it is. In the retail ETF, it's probably the most shorted thing in there. But these stocks are shorted, and they're shorted all the way down, but for no good reason. This fundamentally run company. I mean, it's run correctly. And yes, I know that it has ties to Ryan Cohen previously, maybe 7 years ago, 6 years ago, but not anything today. So I don't know why people are trying to put the two together. The headlines you're reading are one thing, but the oblivious investor, well, that's these guys. So this video is about to get really long, and it didn't have to. So if you understand what I'm trying to tell you, I'm telling you that Roaring Kitty bought into Chewy because it was the right thing to do at the right time. But let's go ahead and watch this video of yours, and let's see what we have going on. And where am I at? Am I here? Am I here? I don't even know where I'm at with the video. It's here? It's you? No, put this one on blank. Put this one here. I'm still trying to get there. Oh, okay, I got it. Hey guys, no edits, no cuts. This is a one-take session. There we go. There's the good-looking man. All right, let's see. This guy, Obviously, he's a failed salesman. He's terrible at what he does. It's fine. I don't mind. But I'll answer all his questions. Let's go.
Going on, guys. Good morning. Those that are still listening along. Look, I always love challenging and questioning things, looking deeper into things. I think when we are too quiet, when we don't listen, when we don't ask questions is how we make mistakes. It's how we get ran over and how people can take advantage of us, right? And so I've always been the one to push the status quo, ask the questions, ask the hard questions, to the point where obviously I've been called every name in the book, shill, paid by hedgies, the whole 9 yards. When all along is I'm just, I'm a Marine that does what I want, when I want, how I want, says what I want, when I want on my channel. And unfortunately, it's made a lot of different people, random people, not happy when you challenge the status quo.
No, it wasn't that, Mike. It was the fact that you had no integrity with your stance. Like, I already exposed you on this part, but I'm happy to see that you changed the name of your channel to Beauty and the Beast Homesteaders. I see your wife's in on the channel now. That's cool. You know, I mean, it was either that or divorce. I get it, but I remember I was here with you, brother. I told you. January 28th, 2023, I told you, drop the channel, bro. You did your little stand on the sidewalk, but you weren't built for this, clearly. And you're still holding on to a share in a stock with Adam Aaron, the guy you despise. You're still holding on to the company. It just makes zero sense. You lack the integrity of what it takes to do the right thing when no one's watching. Keep watching.
Now, there's this little photo right here that I made that I posted in the community section because it reminds me of what I call the Adam Colties. Those are the ones that basically follow this checkbox that you see to a T. Hold on a second. There is a plane flying over. All right, sorry about that. I'm back now. So I wanted to read it to you, but warning signs of a cult. The leader is always right. Criticism of the leader or questioning the leader is considered persecution. Anything the leader does is justified no matter how harmful it may be. So reversing your shares, taking your shares, lowering your share count 90%, all those other things, you can't call that stuff out against Adam because the culties would have come after you, right? I mean, this just fits the bill. How do you not see this?
I don't understand. Who are you talking about? Like, are there still AMC investors and culties, as you call it? Like, what are you? You're not a culty, right? You don't support AMC and you don't support Adam Aaron. You're just a guy hanging on to shares of something that no one cares about but you. But I'll let you keep talking.
The leader is the only source of truth. Everybody else is lying. It's all FUD. Everything you hear on TV, every YouTuber that goes against it or questions the status quo, everything out there is considered FUD and a lie. You ever think about that? The leader is the only source of truth. Everybody's lying. Yeah, I just said that. Followers must be blindly devoted to the leader and never, ever question him. The members won't recognize they belong to a cult. They won't recognize it, man. They haven't. And unfortunately, we still have folks out there that just are that so embedded and so deep into it that they don't realize that that's why they call it a cult. That's why they've called it a cult. For me, I just think it's the ones that are so deep that they're still worshiping Adam Aaron like his crap don't stink. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
I just want to point this out. Is there a Bible verse that you're going to quote next? If you guys don't know, Mike here, Mike the Marine, he's changed his channel 4 times since he started it with his AMC. He used to be AMC the Marine, Mikey the Marine. He changed his name because he's embarrassed that he even supports AMC. It's just a guy who couldn't see the sucker coming, right? Even though he claimed he could. But I got you.
The yesies, the yesers, the Adam yeser people, right? But that's just kind of the way people are, right? People fall into those traps every day. That's just a natural thing that happens because everyone needs someone to look up to, someone to listen to, someone to follow, someone to believe in. Hence why you see several of these YouTubers' popularities, where those levels reached, and which people they reached. Me, on the other hand, I never cared about reaching all those different folks. I just wanted to reach the world because I wanted to fight against the corruption.
The hell are we talking about? Hey, Mike, there's a history on the internet, Mike. We actually have the videos where you tell everybody send you money because you want to be this. You want to do this. You want to lead the people. You're the leader of the people. You're the leader of the pack. Remember when you made fun of me about 5,000 subscribers when you got first. I mean, I remember. I don't forget anything, bro. I'm an elephant. But Mike, come on, bro. You have the least amount of integrity in the sector here, and I'm watching your video just out of pity. Let's keep going.
Right, that I believed in. But regardless, when we talk about fighting against the corruption, I'm going to stir a little bit of a bee's nest here. You ready for this one? I know throughout this entire thing, we've had this gigantic fight between the GME people, the GME elitist, and, or shall we say, the Ryan Cohen culties, or shall we say, the culties that believed in everything that Roaring Kitty or Keith Gill had ever spewed, right? I mean, obviously, we're seeing it. He comes back.
That's the same person. You can't say Roaring Kitty or Keith Gill ever spewed. It's the same person. I'm just saying, don't try to talk about different people. Hey, by the way, I just want to tell you, I would be a cultist, right? Like I'd be following Ryan Cohen, and everything he says is gold and all this, but he doesn't say anything. Adam Aaron does, but Ryan Cohen doesn't say anything. I've seen one interview in the last 5 years.
He starts tweeting, putting out these messages, boom, right? Attention is garnered. Everybody's involved. Hell, Dave Portnoy says, come on, Keith, Roaring Kitty, deep fucking value. I'm on board. Let's squeeze these mofos, right? It's just how it works. So, if, though, and I'm challenging GME elitists, I'm challenging what's his face that always talk crap about AMC and GME is so much better. But it makes me wonder, all those that said, you know, the elitists, the GME folks are wrong. Look, I kind of believed in them this whole entire time. I think if all retail would have just stuck to one stock and really pressed hard and continued to press hard, but, you know, that was 3 years ago. And unfortunately, we got scatterbrained and we chased after every stock out there and every squeeze and every possible get-rich scheme and every social.
You were the one talking about MMTLP. You're the one talking about Bed Bath & Beyond. You're the one talking about AMC. Who's scatterbrained here? Nah, hey, GameStop holding, guess what? It doesn't matter if we're all on one side of the stock. That has nothing to do with it. The only thing that matters is, do you shop at the store? Do you support it? If you have been holding AMC for 3.5 years, like you have, Mike, show me all your check. Show me all the ticket stubs, all the movies you've gone to over the last X amount of years. How many days a year do you go to the movies? Hey, you see the headset? Huh? You see all the cards I'm buying? See all the games I give away? You see anything? Gift cards, thousands of dollars. I've been giving away, shopping, doing everything I can for this company that I believe in. You don't believe in anything. You just want MOAS and you want to get paid because you owe it to your wife to get this one correct. Because she gave you an ultimatum a long time ago, and now I see why. She wants to be on the screen. Oh, I can imagine. Hey, do you remember when you were standing on the sidewalk and you thought everybody was standing with you? And I made the correct assessment. I said, soon, Michael, when you turn around and you see that crowd you think's following you, they're going to be against you. But keep going with your video. I like it.
Social media, YouTube manipulated stock. We just saw it with Chewy, right? Which gets me to my question.
There you go.
If AMC is the second most highly held by retail, manipulated stock that has supposedly got billions of synthetic shares or all this corruption.
Who told you this? Who is it? Why do you say the second most? Like, where's this ranking that I don't know of? Who told you billions of synthetics? You remember the 10-to-1 reverse stock split? I mean, maybe you don't remember what's happened with this company. Oh, it's bad, bro. But hey, believe whatever DD you didn't do.
Corruption and manipulation and all this mess on it, just like GME, right? It's the Batman, it's the Robin to the Batman, right? It's GME, AMC, and the rest spread out, right? That was 1 and 2. There's always a 1 and a 2. Nike and Reebok originally. Reebok, I think, has fallen off the plane. But McDonald's, Burger King, right? And then you got multiples after that. Same thing applies. Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, down the list. So, if GME or AMC is supposed to be the most manipulated, and Keith Gill, deep effing value, Roaring Kitty, whatever you want to call him, is supposed to be for the little man, is supposed to be for retail, is supposed to have done that live stream to expose the corruption and expose it live for everyone to see. And
I don't understand what you thought the live stream was. That's not what he's there to do. He's not. What do you mean the little man? Keith Gill is a stock analyst. He's an educator on how to analyze companies. That's his job. That's what his job was. So I'm trying to get this right. You're trying to invest not for the benefit of a company and or your investment. You're trying to invest to manipulate a market and expose corruption. That's what you're doing. You're throwing money at dead companies, assuming they're going to expose Wall Street. See, here's where we disconnect, Mike, because I did a lot of homework. You know, while you were out there feeding the pigs and the cattle, I was out here reading the books. And I learned what private equity really is and what it does and how they do it. I literally have the series for you, and I've walked you to it, and you don't want to watch it. Connect the dots. Google it. Connect the dots. Marantz Rants. Start at episode 1. Watch them all the way through to 72. Educate yourself on private equity and why AMC is not the Batman and Robin story to GameStop. AMC is the hedge. It's the Wario stock. Do you get it? GameStop goes up, that boy better go up because it's what they're invested in. But more so than that, they've already deleveraged the majority of it. You can keep thinking it's the same stock. You can keep thinking they're in the same pile. And they might just be in the same pile. But one's a damn blue chip company with $4 billion in the bank, and the other is the stock that you own.
He's fighting against the system, which we all know he actually is from the system. He was trained. He worked in that. That's his world. Regardless, if he's supposed to be against it, answer me this one question. Drop your comments. I just seriously want to know, why Chewy? Why would you spend over $200 million to accumulate 9 million shares of Chewy stock when you could have gotten over 35 million shares of AMC? You would have had GME and AMC, the two most manipulated stocks.
What do you mean? Why is it that AMC is the most manipulated stock? I thought it would be Apple or Nvidia or GameStop. You know, the ones that are in the top 10 in the options volume chain. Nobody else is. GameStop was at like 14 at the high. So nobody that you just named, AMC, nobody gives a damn about that company. The company's trash. Market cap of $1 billion. He might as well buy the whole damn thing, right? If he slips and falls, he might buy the whole company. Why would he ever do that? No one's going to buy your bags, your debt. I showed you why he's buying Chewy. It was at an all-time low, and the fundamentals supported an opposite story. I could do the video myself that Rowan Kitty didn't do so you understand. Because he didn't walk you to the damn paper and say, this is what I'm buying and this is why I'm buying it. You don't understand. Of course you don't understand. You sit outside on your porch and you make videos rather than studying like you should be doing.
Chewy's not even registered really on the retail's radar, except for the fact that Ryan Cohen, it came from Ryan Cohen.
I'm telling you, man, this is ignorance. You're better off being the common sense investor right now. You're better off doing videos like that as when you say, I don't know. Because you're making statements like you know something.
So if AMC is that great, why did he not buy it? I mean, imagine if he would have bought AMC. Mm-hmm. So what's really going on here? I don't understand. Why Chewy, man? I wish I could ask you, Keith. I wish I could ask you why you show zero attention. Never do you ever speak or talk about or divulge or put anything out there about AMC.
What? Who would? Who would? I could do it for you. You know that the sector's down, right? You know that these guys lie to you about the top line revenue, but they don't have. Movie theaters are down to levels of 1997, 96. They literally make no money over the last 25 years. Adam Aron, since he's been the CEO, has retained earnings for the company of a loss of $8 billion. How in the hell are you going to make that back? There's no profit in the world that's going to make them back $8 billion. It's a failed company on purpose. They're doing it on purpose. Mike, wake up. Watch the video. Go watch Connect the Dots part, I don't know, maybe 19? One of the parts, I don't know which one it is, where I show you exactly what AMC is. AMC is private equity. AMC is Apollo. AMC is JP Morgan. They're together on this. And what did they do? They robbed America. They robbed you. by manipulating you and putting their tap dancing CEO in front of you on camera. They used YouTube, they used Reddit, they used Twitter, but this is what they do. It's not the darling. It's not the activist investment you think it is. And everyone who got out of that play is better for it.
If it's that highly corrupted and it's that bad, you could have really done something with purchasing AMC. No? Am I wrong here, guys? I mean, seriously, am I wrong thinking about that? Like, that would have been huge. I get it. I'm a little biased because I hold all those shares of AMC and I've been an upside down 90% lost bag holder. Lost everything as far as my stock accounts were concerned because I went in all in with AMC, right? But it's still a valuable question. If he's supposed to be retail's hero, if he's supposed to be helping out retail, if he's supposed to be standing up against Wall Street and they hate him so much, why didn't he buy AMC?
As you can hear Tito's pretty upset with you asking the dumbass question. And the reason why he didn't buy it, we told you, it's because it's not about retail. AMC's not about retail. AMC's about private equity. Hey, Tito, I'm making a video. Do you mind, bro? Thank you, man. Come here. Come here. This is the only real animal you should have in your front yard, bro. Not all those chicks and everything. Look at my guy. Yeah, just hang out with me, Tito. Yeah, we got this.
Why didn't he talk about AMC? Why is he completely staying away from AMC? I know what the elitists will say. AMC's garbage, it's distraction stock, it's bullshit, it's all this, it's all that. But on the other hand, we have tons of AMC promoters out there. You've got all these AMC YouTubers and all these people promoting how, myself included in the past, how manipulated it is and how it's supposed to be just as manipulated as GME. So again, if he's the big hero, why is he?
I have a better question for you, Mike. How many GameStop YouTubers talk about the manipulation of GameStop? Think about this for 1 second. You know it's the only stock that's manipulated. It's the only one that the world knows about, right? Tell me how many GameStop YouTubers there are. I'll wait. I'll wait for the answer because it's going to be infinitely less than AMC YouTubers. But if we're the most manipulated stock, we're the Batman, as you call it. We're the reason why Roy and Kitty's around or Ryan Cohen's even doing anything great or the whole media is against GameStop and the people that invest in it. How many GameStop YouTubers are there? Why is there so many AMC YouTubers? Have you ever thought about that? Why there's so many supporters of AMC? Maybe, Michael, maybe you have it wrong. I'm not going to say maybe. You're wrong.
Leaving AMC in the wind out there. I mean, at least Dave Portnoy bought some AMC, right? But
he's a fucking
where you
idiot.
at, Keith? Simple question, guys. Challenge the status quo, but if this is real, if we're supposed to be fighting corruption and something's supposed to really be coming of it, A, it's not here yet. Nothing's happened. CAT system, none of this stuff, all these proposed ideas, all these plans, and Grande this, and this is collapsing, stock market's collapsing, shorts are they? I've always asked that question. Are they really?
Nope.
Who's really on our side? I don't think anybody's been on our side, because when it comes to money, that's when greed comes into place. That's when you can't trust people comes into play.
Can't trust
Period.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway, I know I just challenged you. I'm a challenge. That's what I do. So I really want to know. Drop your comments. I want you GME folks. I want everybody to drop a comments. Why the hell, if we're all here standing up against Wall Street and Keith Gill is supposed to be standing up against Wall Street, wouldn't that have been a chance if he would have dumped all that money into AMC shares?
Maybe.
I mean, AMC, GME, they follow each other, right? I mean, I don't know here. And question, has anybody found out where did he get the money to buy all those freaking Chewy shares? It's basically the same amount of money that he had in GME. What happened? Did he come up with more money? Did he sell GME? Like, where did all that money come from? Just another good question.
Another good question. It's not a good question. You know what it is, guys? It's called margin. But these guys are so ignorant on how to invest and what he's doing. Stop worrying about where he got the money from, what he did. You're not smart enough. You haven't figured this out? You bought AMC. That should tell you how smart you are. Hey, you wanted me to answer the question that you just asked. I already answered it with fundamentals, just like I showed you why I buy GameStop. And now I'm showing you again why you're wrong, and you're going to continue to be wrong. Keep making videos on this shit, bro, and keep lying to your wife, telling her that, hey, you're going to make it one day. Jokes. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to say this at the end. Punk